Welcome one and all to the ABL Reselling channel, the sweetest smelling channel on YouTube. I'm Dave Keeffe and I'm a full-time UK reseller. For those of you that are new to the channel, what I mean by reselling is I take items from a wide variety of places and resell them online to make a profit, and that's how I make a living. Now I thought I'd play a game with you today, and the game's even got a jingle. It goes something like this. Do you really think it's worth it? Or do you think it's gonna make me cry? Tom Jones, eat your heart out. Okay, today I had a trip over to a charity warehouse that I go to once a month. I have a very close relationship with them and they always look after me, and of course I always look after them. A decent amount of pickups for them, and I paid £400 for everything that I picked up. So what I thought I'd do is strap the GoPro to my head and take you through what I picked up and leave it to you to decide whether all the stuff I picked up was worth the effort of going to pick it up. Now it has to be said, there is some cool stuff there, and of course I wouldn't have even picked it up if I didn't think that it was worth my while. But anyway, I thought I'd get you guys involved anyway. So let's rock and roll. So this is it. 3 boxes of stuff and 3 bin bags of clothes. I do believe there's the odd pair of shoes in there as well. So starting off with the most obvious one, closest to hand, we've got what looks like a load of Lego. I just only briefly scanned over this and it all does look like genuine Lego bits and pieces. There's other stuff in here as well. It's like a pair of headphones. Very nice. Now with this particular location, a lot of times I'll buy blind with them because, like I say, they look after me, and 9 out of 10 times I'll come away and it's been a really good idea. I bought bags of new clothes from them completely blind as well, without checking. Now they're happy for me to do that because I always give them a very good price. And in the case of this Lego, like I said, I didn't check it also. I'll need to go through it, which is my most hated, detested job, is going through Lego. In fact, so much so that this year I've almost knocked on the head picking it up altogether, unless it's been new sets. But there's some new Lego in here as well, or certainly some new style Lego. So this will all need going through, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to assume that this is all Lego. Take the pen out. There's going to be a couple of bits and pieces in there that are completely unrelated, like these headphones and all that kind of stuff. So let me get my scales out. So as a starter for 10, obviously allowing for boxes and stuff, we've got just shy of 10 kilos of Lego. That'll all be getting pieced out into 1 kilo bundles. Next we have probably the most valuable box. First up, we've got some Adidas Vespa. Haven't seen these before. Obviously I'll do my due diligence and check they're genuine. Pretty decent nick actually, obviously worn, the sole's the giveaway there, but on the top of them, really nice condition. Just a baby wipe around the edges of the bottom to spruce them up a bit. Because they're in such good nick and because they're boxed, I'm going to put an estimate of £30 to £35 on those. Next, I did actually check in this box. This is obviously the original PlayStation. We've got the console only. Also in the bottom there's some like memory flash drives as well. God only knows, that's some kind of adapter. I have actually got a lead for that PlayStation as well, and probably even a controller, so I'll be able to test that. I think the last one I had of these sold as a bundle for around about the £40 mark. Next, this really caught my eye. This is absolutely lovely. A nice vintage toy, remote control Porsche 944 Turbo. Brand is Radcon. I did check it out. It looks in pretty good nick actually. I'm going to have a lot of fun making sure that works. It has actually got pop-up headlights as well on this, which is pretty cool. My estimate on that, I'm going to put £30 to £40 Just picked this up as an also ran. I think this is probably new old stock. This is a vintage rugby ball, obviously. I've got a sneaking suspicion it might be reproduction though. It's been deflated already for transit. I did check it. The inside bag isn't punctured, which is always a Brucey bonus. Make it a bit easier to send in the post. So I'll probably say about a tenner for that maybe. Now I saw this last time I was there and almost bought it for myself because I think it's ridiculously tacky, but I love it. The brand is Alessi, A-L-E-S-S-I. It's Alessi do kitchenware, and this is probably obviously a spaghetti holder. I just think it's tacky, but it's retro tacky and people love that. So I'm gonna hazard a guess at 10 to 15 pound, but this may end up staying in my kitchen. Don't know what it is. Next, one thing that I absolutely adore, Doc Martens. First thing that caught my eye as soon as I got there. These are made in Thailand rather than the preferred made in England. Vintage as well. You can usually tell by the feel of them. The vintage ones are normally a tougher leather, whereas the more modern ones are quite soft leather. Struggling finding a size on these, which is unusual. Looks like the size is worn off, so I'm gonna have to measure these, but I'm guessing they're around about an 8, maybe a 9. Good condition, decent amount of tread left on. Those Doc Martens in that condition, very confident with a £60 valuation. I'm probably giving the game away here, actually putting evaluations on it, but again, it's over to you guys to decide whether I'm talking out my hat or not. These do need to be checked out. They caught my eye. Ralph Lauren Polo Trainers. Don't know if they're genuine actually. Do need to look into these. They're a UK size 3.5 as well, which are smaller than I'd like to buy, because these are more of a kid size, but obviously as part of the bigger bundle, it was worth me taking the chance on that. Clearly, if they are dodgy, then I'm not going to be listing them. Next, some interesting stuff. This is a boxed and it looks brand new. I've had it out already. It's a Canon Snappy EZ. It's a film camera. It's got its case, its instructions with it. Stunning, stunning condition. This year I've sold countless film cameras. There's still a big market for them, but one thing I urge you all to do is definitely check the comps on them, because most of them, as you can probably imagine, aren't worth anything. This Canon Snappy EZ, probably around about the 20 to 25 pound mark. Something again that there's a good market for. I haven't got any headphones to bundle with this. It's a cassette tape player, personal cassette tape player, Walkman. Walkman is trademarked, I believe, to Sony, but eBay do allow you to use that as a keyword for items such as this, even though the term Walkman is specifically relates to Sony. So this is a Panasonic RQ-C10V stereo radio cassette player. Now when they're used, if they come with, these may even be the headphones for it, if they come with the earbud headphones like this, I won't sell them with it for hygiene reasons. I just think it's a bit minging actually. Sometimes when you get in these you can still see the earwax, and I just think it really turns people off. I'd much rather sell them without earphones than with these kind of earphones. If the on-ear ones are a different story, quite happy to sell on-ear earphones with stuff like this, but not earbuds. It's just in the same vein as you want to sell used underwear. Well, I suppose some people probably do and make good money out of it, but we won't go down that line of conversation. In fact, I've just looked in the box. The earphones actually that came with it actually are with it, but again, same, they won't be getting listed with that tape player. I've sold a lot of more basic personal cassette players than this in the past for around about 20 quid. This one's a bit fancier, but for example purposes, I'll put a listing value of £20 on it. And there's the instructions for it. Lovely. Okay, this was very James Bondy. A real retro camera here. This is the Minolta 16PS. Now, there's not a great deal of precedent on eBay for this. But this one's got its original case and its original box. Even got its guarantee card and instructions. A really nice, cool, retro bit of kit. Not entirely sure how it works, if I'm honest, but we shall find out. I did have a look at the comps on these actually on site, and sadly the average seems to be around about the £15 mark. I might stretch that a bit because obviously it's boxed and it's got all its bits with it. And that's box 1. Or should I say box 2? Next, we've got some Cavani shoes. These are my size. They may end up in my my wardrobe. Cavani's not the best of brands, but this type of boot sells very, very well. Like a brogue boot, very good looking bit of kit. Cavani, again, not the best of brands, but certainly not the worst either. Take some good pictures of that, and I'm going to stretch that out to about £30 on a listing. Next, something I haven't picked up for a while actually. I used to do typewriters quite regularly. This is an Olivetti Tropical. Really good condition actually. None of the, quite often the catches on the lids on these go knackered. What I like to do is with typewriters is just type out the full alphabet, upper and lower case, and all the keys are working, and take a picture of that with the sheet that I've just typed out still on the typewriter. Price on typewriters like this has come down over the year. No idea why, it's just a trend thing I would imagine, but the listing guide value I've put on this is £30 to £35. Now, something I'm going to have to slow down picking up because I think I've got about 3 in stock at the minute. Nintendo Wii Console. This one has a couple of controllers with it, a couple of games, quite a few accessories. This type of accessory, not worth very much really. Usually end up sticking them in the recycling because it's not worth padding a box out basically. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Any advances on 3 controllers? One hiding in there. 4 controllers, I've got a back for that. Sensor bar, cables, all good stuff. So what I'll probably do there is just sell a couple of the controllers separately and 2 with the console. Got its Wii Fit board with it as well. During lockdown, a lot of you may be aware that Wii console bundles with a Wii Fit board we're going for well over 100, in some instances up to £200. Obviously because of lockdown restrictions easing and whatnot, the price has properly come down, but even so, with a Wii Fit board bundle like that, I'm expecting to get £60 to £70 at this time of year. On to the clothing. Now, as I've said previously, clothing isn't something I'm huge on, but if it's branded, I'll certainly have a look at it. I did actually go through these bags as well, or should I say go through the clothing to make these bags up. So they have been cherry picked. First we've got Polo Ralph Lauren cardigan in red. Just like the look of this, but it's not one I'm familiar with. This is Guess is the brand. Woman's overcoat. Again, the pictures will sell on that. The collar looks a bit ropey. That needs a bit of a trim. Obviously mentioned that in the listing. Next we have got Hugo Boss jacket. This is more of a summer jacket, kind of a military style. Ted Baker polo shirt. Standard. I've sold a few of these. What I will do, as far as the valuations on these are concerned, I'll just let you come to your own conclusions, because that's the name of the game. Okay, jumper dress. And this one is from Henry Lloyd. Size on that as well is small. Yeah, right. That'll probably fit me, that. Henry Lloyd jumper dress. This jacket actually could potentially be a bolo. It's not a brand I'm familiar with either, and I've just noticed there's a button missing. Joy. There's a spare one on the inside. Yeah, bit of tailoring by me I think is going to be needed there. So anyway, the brand is Ganex, G-A-N-N-E-X. It's got a weird feel to it. It feels excessively starched, this jacket, but Ganex is a good brand nonetheless, and like I say, it's been an education. So that's one to look out for. I'll get that button sorted if I can remember that. So I don't think I've done any sewing since I was in the army. That's bag 1. Bag number 2, a lovely, it feels like cashmere jumper. This is Hugo Boss Orange. Very nice indeed. That's a lovely feel to it, that. Picked this up because I'm harbouring an inner chav. It's a vintage Reebok tracky top in XL. Next, some lovely stuff, and this one is probably top of the heap as far as lovely stuff is concerned. This is a Burberry overcoat. I've sold one of these just recently for £70. Different colour, but nonetheless a very well-known brand. Obviously Burberry is a brand that is copied quite often, but one way you can check if it's genuine is on the tags. It should have an order reference number like such. This is, I can't read it, it's HK0299271. If it doesn't have that, then I would dig deeper at the very least, because there's a good chance it might be fake. This one is kosher. Sometimes these come with belts as well, so just make sure I'm looking for belt loops on this. This one hasn't got any belt loops, so that tells me it didn't originally come with a belt. Next, I did pick up a few bits and pieces that weren't kind of top of the range. These ladies baggy trousers from a brand is Hobbs. Hobbs is a Scottish manufacturer of country wear. Very good brand to watch out for. They do shoes, coats, all manner of different country wear basically. Extreme. Hobbs is basically, as far as shoes are concerned anyway, an equivalent to a Doc Martens, say. So we're talking that kind of quality, that kind of value. But these Hobbs pants, I have absolutely no idea whatsoever how much they're worth, but I have sold skirts, pants, jackets this year of this brand for decent money, so I have absolutely no question at all that they'll sell. I picked this red leather jacket up because I like the style of it, but I can't quite make out the brand. It's something baby, big baby, something like that. Anyway, I think the style of it is really cool, and I think that'll picture well and sell well. Moving swiftly on, these leapt out at me. Absolutely stunning pair of Beckenbauer all-round Adidas trainers. Sold a couple of pairs of these this year, different colours, but these are in immaculate condition, absolutely immaculate. So what I'm going to do, what I do as far as Adidas trainers are concerned, is the bottom number is the reference number. It's one of the quickest and easiest ways to see if Adidas trainers are fake. So the bottom number, this one ends 0167. Checking the other one, it should be different. This one is 0162. If they're the same number, quite often on copies Adidas, those numbers are the same, and if they're the same, they're fakes. 100%. It's not the only check, but it's the quickest and easiest check you can do. So these are lovely. Last pair I sent of Beckenbauer all-rounds went to Italy for £45 to £55, somewhere in that region. Next here. A brand that I really like, but isn't massively popular. This is a nice Heli Hanson winter hiking jacket. Very, very eye-catching. Removable collar on this, lined. Probably in my size, so it's a double XL, a bit big for me. Good style, good brand. Obviously this time of year people are getting out and about doing that kind of activity and hiking, and they want gear like that. Next. Quite a lot of this clothing I picked up is brand new as well. Leather jackets, ladies leather jackets always sell quite well. This is quite a good looking Oasis leather jacket. The tag price on it is 140 quid, which of course I'm going to make sure that is in the picture. Bizarrely though, there's no buttons on it. Maybe it's a hangy open type job. It looks like it's not even complete actually. How odd is that? It just kind of finishes. That warrants further investigation. If anybody who's watching this video is familiar with the style of this, that just looks like it's only half tailored, then yeah, just hit me up in the comments. That's very peculiar, that one. Size large anyway, and clearly new. Now this is one of the lesser brands, but it feels really good quality. It is brand new as well. It's a Miss Selfridge chunky jumper. It's brand new with tags, and the tag price is only £35. I say only £35, it's nothing to be sniffed at. But this will be obviously getting listed as new as well. Well pictured. This time of year, I think people are going for nice cozy clothes like that anyway. This is absolutely lovely, lovely, lovely dress. A brand that I've never heard of before, not that I buy a lot of dresses of course. The brand is British Retro, and there's a matching belt with it as well. But how nice is that? It's almost like a wedding dress, but certainly sort of like a party cocktail dress. Lots and lots of detail in that. I don't know if it's picking up on the video. It's stunning, absolutely stunning dress. I always like to see that on clothing and shoes as well, made in the UK or made in England. Next we have some pantalon. These are Tommy Hilfiger, sort of like a chino stretch fit trouser, or pantalon as the case may be. Women's trousers, these size 8. Very good brand to watch out for, Tommy Hilfiger. I'm stating the obvious there. That's bag 2 and bag 3. So what do you reckon so far, guys? Do you reckon this has been a good move or not? I'm thinking that yeah, probably is actually. And top of the bag, the last thing I actually picked up today, another very, very, very well-known brand, and it's a really nice example of the brand as well. Barbour International. Barbour coats and jackets, in fact Barbour as a brand generally fetches a premium. Really, really good money to be made. I'm thinking this is small adult rather than a junior. It's really, really good condition as well. There's the old mark on it, nothing exceptional. All the zips are in good order. Saw quite a few Barbour jackets this year for decent money. No idea why I stuck this in, just caught my eye. Bit of a retro bag. The brand is Kipling. Never heard of it before, never heard of it. It's got a little monkey on it. I nearly broke out into a Christmas carol then. It looks a little bit tired, but I think that's the style. But still, I don't know, probably, I don't know, get up to about a tenner for that, do you reckon? I love this shirt. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to start wearing shirts like this, I think. I just like loud. This is Guide London pure cotton shirt. There's been a few instances of shirts like this that I've sold just recently that have been fairly decent brands, nothing sort of like too high end, nothing designer. I'm not familiar with Guide London to say whether it's designer or not. It looks like a designer shirt. It feels exceptional quality. The fact that it's pure cotton as well is a good selling point, but I just think it looks cool as anything. Absolutely cool. If it wasn't for the fact that it's a large rather than an XL, then I'd probably keep that in my wardrobe actually. Lovely jubbly. Now the nice cozy winter jumper, a roll neck. I think this may be a lady's. Jason Wintle is the brand. Autograph, Marks and Spencer. Tag price on it was $49.50. This is a large, maybe a men's jumper, not sure. I think stuff like this is pretty unisex anyway, to be fair. Nice long roll neck, brand new with tags. Lovely and cozy. It's a wool blend, but it feels good quality anyway. A lot of Marks and Spencer's clothing is very good quality. Doesn't necessarily mean that it fetches a decent price though. Next, this was on a hanger as well. Definitely the brand and the tag caught my eye. This is a Karen Millen top, long sleeve. It's got a bit of an unusual back to this one. It's got a kind of openish back, but the collar goes around. It's quite sexy actually. I think I would wear that. Karen Millen's definitely a brand to watch out for as well, so good news. Sold a few Karen Millen bits and pieces over the year. Most recently a red dress went to Germany for about 60 quid. So Karen Millen, good brand to watch out for. Next, this really garish looking pink dress. I'm not quite sure why I picked this up actually. It's probably because it was garish and eye-catching. So this is a quiz dress. I'm kind of thinking stuff like this will go well because it's Christmas and party season and all that kind of stuff. This is a UK size 10. Lining's polyester. I'm not sure if the video will be doing this justice, but it is actually a really good looking dress. Got this necklace feature on it, which I'm not sure is a selling point or not, but each to their own, I suppose. Tag price in it was only £30, so obviously I won't be selling it for that, but I'm still thinking probably up to about 20 quid for that dress. This was a cool looking jacket. Again, new. Sarah Ashley is the brand, not a brand I'm familiar with. In fact, I'm going to say that a lot because obviously clothing isn't my area of expertise, but I have a good eye for what looks good. And I think even in the instance where it's not exactly a high named brand or fashion brand, if your keywords and your pictures are on point, it'll still sell. So the hoodie bit of this is actually removable. Just zips in and zips out. Just think it's a really cool looking item. So if anybody is familiar with the Sarah Ashley brand, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. Maybe it's Laura Ashley's sister or something. I think that this was just in the bag. I'm not even sure if I looked at this. Oh yes, I did. I noticed the North Face. This is a North Face cagoule. It's more of a woman's style. Brand new with tags. In fact, this was a bit of a result. I thought it was like a rucksack or something. This is absolutely lovely. It's only a thin waterproof cagoule. It's lined. Obviously North Face, tremendous brand. And even more surprisingly, tag price is £199.99. This is a W Drizzle, D-R-Y-Z-Z-L-E, FL jacket in medium. Lovely jubbly. Very happy with that. So even if I'm aiming at half of the tag price, which I can quite legitimately do, that's a big chunk of my original investment out of the way. I should be putting that back in the bag so it doesn't get marked. In the infamous words of Saint Jim Bowen, super smashing great. Retro very in at the minute. This is a shirt from Zara. It's got a real vintage kind of look to it. Obviously I won't list it as vintage because it isn't, it's new gear, but retro is definitely a keyword that will be getting used. The tag price, original tag price on it, although it looks like it's been reduced, so it's UK size small, obviously brand new with tags. Another nice easy list, pack and ship. Next is another shirt. Brand new, might have to run an iron over this one, and that's sort of like against my religion. Original tag price on this Pearly King shirt was £70. Again, a brand I'm unfamiliar with. It's clearly a good quality shirt. The feel of it is superb. Nice triple button sleeve design, cuff design. So assuming to do a good job of ironing it, I'll probably aim it at half the tag price as far as listing it's concerned. We are getting there. This dress is funky dunky doo. Cracking up. This, I don't even know which way is up. This is a Ted Baker dress. Oh, it's like I suppose a rah-rah dress. That's probably a good way to describe it. No idea what I'm going to do about the fact that it's all creased up. Maybe just hang it for a while, because it's that material that if an iron even looks at it funny, then it's just going to, I don't know, shrivel up and die. But this is it's a really cool dress, and obviously Ted Baker, very good brand as well. Nice big black bow on the back. Not new, that one, but it doesn't matter. Ted Baker have really weird sizes as well. This is a Ted size 2, and I need to have some kind of chart on that to let real people know what the real size is. Stop it, Ted. Another dress. I'm not buying these based on if I'd look good on it or not. Promise. Okay, that zip needs sorting out, I think. Might just come off, might have just got stuck a bit, that dress. This is a Lipsy dress. Tag price on it was £58, UK size 10. More of an autumny dress, nice and fitted. I'll sort that, I'm going to assume that I can sort that zip out. It seems to taper as well, so again, I'll be looking for inspiration on keywords on dresses like this. Oh, they did have a sale on at 12 quid. How disappointing is that? Maybe take that tag off and leave the original one on. Or is that a bit shady? I'll almost certainly take that off. I don't want to shoot myself in the thought because I don't need to, basically. Getting to the bottom of this bag now. More funky clothing. This is, I'm not entirely sure whether you'd say it was a dress or a long top. It's too long to be a t-shirt, but it looks like a really short dress. Interesting. The brand is Masai. It's a medium. Original tag price on it was £99, and it was reduced first to £69, then to £49.55 for some strange reason. Animal print top, again, it's probably, I saw the tag on that and I thought, we'll stick that in the bag and see where it goes. I mean, to be fair, I'm not overly familiar with men's brands, let alone women's. Last item today, new with tags. This is a skirt from Manta Ray. Again, probably just a pretty bog standard brand, but brand new with tags. Original tag price was 30 quid. And this is a size 14. Feels like cotton, if I'm not much mistaken. Looking for a tag. Oh, well, there you go. I was wrong. It's a wool blend. Feels quite nice anyway. It looks a bit tired to say it's brand new, if I'm honest, but again, it's going to appeal to somebody out there. Okay, so this is where you get involved. Obviously there's some juicy bits in there, certainly nothing of fantastic or phenomenal value, aside from maybe that North Face jacket. But like I said, for the whole lot I paid £400. This is from one location. So what I want you to do, if you want to play along, is in the comment section below this video, stick a value in of what you think all this is worth. It'd be very interesting to see if there's a wide range in valuation. I'm sure there will be, but as always, I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. Now, I know, like me, a lot of you will be missing the boot sale videos and whatnot. I know we get a lot of value out of that. I get a lot of value out of obviously attending the boot sales, but also the feedback that I get from you on the things that I've missed as well. And we've got quite a stomp before we get back to seeing any kind of significant amount of videos from myself or other people as far as boot sales are concerned. But we shall have this little stocking filler to gee us along. Now, watching this video, obviously there's a lot of this stuff that I'm unsure of myself as far as value is concerned, as far as the brands are concerned, and the styles as well, even particularly where the women's clothing is concerned. So if you could help me out in that respect, that would be greatly appreciated as well. And again, you can do that by leaving a comment in the comment section. If reselling is your thing, or you've got any kind of entertainment or value out of this video, smash that thumbs up. It really does help the channel. It helps me help other people, which is what I'm aiming to do. I'm sure you already are, because you're super savvy, smart, gorgeous people. But if you're not already, hit that subscribe button, and the notification bell will give you a notification the next time I post a video up. Until the next time, I've been Dave Keeffe. You've been amazing. See you soon. Bye for now.